Hey, my beautiful warriors. Okay, so we're going to talk about edibles. Now, I'm a person that didn't smoke, didn't drink, didn't do anything that I wasn't supposed to. And when it became obvious that I could not do pain medication, um, none of it would work on me except for morphine. And nobody wants to get into that until they absolutely have to have it. So they don't like me taking Tylenol because of liver. Most of us have fatty liver just because it's part of our disease. Um, Advil, any of those NSAIDs tend to rev up my heart. Now, I am a very hyper person normally. Of course, learning how to separate your energy, we need to talk about too. If you guys haven't learned about the spoon theory, I never knew what it was. You need to figure out what the spoon theory is. Um, think of spoons as a type of energy. So they're they're the energy that you're using throughout the day. So if I get up and I take a shower and do my hair, of course, trying to hold up the blow dryer to my hair, that's probably about 3 to 4 spoons, by the time you get up and you get things going in the morning. Um, then I have to make sure that I have enough spoons to digest my food and my medication. That's like another 3 to 4 spoons. If you only have 12 spoons for the day, you have to always leave at least 3 to get you home, because we all know that when we get home, we're extremely tired, but we can't just go straight to bed. We have to do all of our, put the dishes away, get the laundry going, take your makeup off, take your medications. I mean, it's a lot. And you have to make sure that you have enough energy left to get yourself back from somewhere. If you're going to get in the car and you're going to have to drive somewhere, you have to figure out how many spoons that's going to cost you. And I'll have to look up to see how many spoons you're supposed to have, but I'm not great with depositing my energy throughout the day. I tend to get excited or crazy about something and like, yeah, and then I'm done. I don't have any more energy for the day. So now that I'm retired and I don't have anything to do but try to keep myself well, and of course do the channel, and I'm doing some voiceovers for stuff, so that takes a little bit too. But you really need to learn about the spoon theory, because it will make your life much easier if you know, okay, and for me to work well, I'm supposed to lay down for an hour at least once a day. Whether I go to sleep or not, it's the amount of closing my eyes, thinking about, okay, this is what's great about my life. You've got to find positive things. Remember, positive thoughts will put you in a positive place. If I go try to take a nap and all I'm thinking is all the things that I can't do anymore, I wish I could go for a walk, by myself and know I could get back safely. Those type of things will make you crazy. So you need to be grateful for the things that you have left. Even if you don't sleep, close your eyes and be still for at least an hour, 45 minutes, something so that you can kind of recharge. By the time I get to 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's like I've been drugged. I feel even like the side of my face starts kind of pulling down and my speech gets kind of like I'm drunk. I've used all my energy too much. So when your body's asking you for a break, you really do have to listen. And it is the hardest thing about this disease, is to listen to our bodies, because our brain knows another way. And anyway, I digress. Anyway, we were talking about edibles. I was lucky enough to get medical marijuana license, which is super easy to do. Dermatomyositis is an automatic disability title on there. Your dermatomyositis, whether you realize it or not, comes with an anxiety disorder, because your central nervous system is over responding to everything. It's taking, maybe you're using your hands too much to attack the hands and think that there's a cancer in the hands. So it's overdoing everything. You'll notice if you watch a movie that has a lot of action in it and it's really loud, it really can rev up your body and make you feel like you're there. So, when they suggested edibles, I was like, what? I don't need to be stoned. And, so it took me a bit. I started off with the chocolates, and stuff. You don't need to waste your time with the chocolates. The chocolates are just added fat and sugar that your body doesn't need. Don't do any of the vaping, any of the smoking at all, because the first thing that they look for on us is interstitial lung disease. And most of us, I know I do, I have not had COVID, thank goodness, but I do have ground glass opacities in my lungs. It tends to be people like us that kind of show that. And I think it's because the elasticity in our lungs starts to be less flexible. And you'll notice sometimes it's just hard to breathe. It feels like you can't get enough air in. So you don't want to mess up with anything that's combustible. So absolutely no. I mean, it would be great because then you could, you could do a draw and get the pain stuff right away. But what I do is I use it in the evenings to bring me down because I'm this spastic all the time. So it's hard for me to rest. So I will take my normal dose was 10 milligrams. Now, if I really need to slow down this hog, it's 25 milligrams to make me come crashing down. But stay away from sativa. There's different blends, and most dispensaries, they know what they're talking about in there. Tell them you have an anxiety disorder. You don't need to be revved up for anything. Sativa is like a stay awake. That one's going to keep you going. Indica, think indica is into the couch. So that's trying to bring you down, and it really does. People that know me are like, I can't imagine Karen being still. It doesn't quite make me still, but it does make me sleep really well, and it makes me chill, which is really important. We have to make our bodies believe that we are going to give it a chance to rev back up. I use the gummies. For some reason, I started with a 10-to-1 CBD gummy and THC, 10 things of CBD to 1. And when I started taking my methotrexate and stuff, I got super, super nauseous with it. So I just do the 1-to-1. I just want the 1 CBD to the 1 THC. Like I said, 10 milligrams is a perfect dose. If I were you, I would start with 5 just to see how you feel. Now, they will really dry you out. That's why I have my Hawaiian ice maker. I chunk up ice for myself to eat it. And you think, oh, you're just going to drink it. If you're drinking water as thirsty as you are, you're going to be very, very full and uncomfortable. So the ice chips just really help. Remember that our disease sometimes brings out Sjogren's and everything else, and it can make our teeth really fragile. So don't eat ice. But the shaved ice, it's just great. I know some people flavor it. I don't, because I don't need any extra. A lot of people with our disease, they lose weight super fast. I was hyper muscle before it started, so it's had a lot to eat. I still weigh 200 pounds. I would love to lose some weight, but my doctors don't want to talk about that. I'm kind of, my body's in a place of deconditioning now, which is why the physical therapy is really important. And we do want to get as much movement as we can while we can. And I think that keeps, energy in motion stays in motion. And that's what we have to keep going with. But I'll get you some pictures of my favorite edibles that work for me, and hopefully they will work for you. Now, in a lot of places, recreational, they sell recreational. You might not be able to get the higher doses of it, but the 10 milligrams for most everybody is the perfect place to go. So I'll get you some more information on that. I am going to run now and try to create something healthy for lunch. It's always a task, isn't it? But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will put more on this video. Thanks. Please be sure, share these videos. I know I'm just kind of really out there. I'm giving you all the ugly and all the things that have helped me, so that hopefully somebody won't feel so alone. So, mwah, I'm sending you big kisses and gentle hugs. Have a wonderful day. You are a warrior. Rare aware. That's what you are.